We had gotten to about 70% of local groundwater. This is our wells that are owned by the city.
It is like a sci-fi horror film. Our chemist behind me in the laboratory, who checks the water at least once a day, runs a graph. And one day there was a spike where there shouldn't have been one.
We knew that this is not something that should occur in water.
We actually shut these wells down.
Leaking from underground gasoline tanks caused Santa Monica's water to be contaminated with MTBE. The city was forced to buy its water from other pumps in California for 15 years.
The imported water cost today are $744 an acre foot. Picture a football field, end zone to end zone, with 1 foot of water on it, 1 foot deep of water. That's about an acre foot.
But the petroleum companies agreed to settle this thing without a protracted battle through the courts, which would have lasted for 25 years, I'm sure. So I'm happy it turned out this way, and we're really pleased that it has. I think imported water is going to be harder and harder to get. It's coming from Northern California, and they're not supplying enough water for the future, so it's really important that we be self-sustained if we want to continue for a healthy Santa Monica.
The petroleum companies agreed to a settlement to help build Santa Monica's new water treatment plant that started pumping again in December.
It's a brand new water treatment plant. Significance of it is just a new construction. We're able to implement new technology.
We're still finding things that need fine-tuning or need slight adjustments for the installation. But if all goes well, we'll go back into full production next week.
We formerly had here what was generally called a softening plant, and it worked very much like a home water softener would. What was built in its place is the green sand filters, and then the process goes into the reverse osmosis.
Reverse osmosis works by using very thin membranes wound very tightly with microscopic pores, and the water is pushed through the membranes. H2O passes through, and almost everything else is held back.
Well, it's solved to the extent that we have the treatment facilities that we can use our wells. If the use of our wells is a success, is the measure of success, then yes, we have a solution. We have a goal in the works to try to take the city to 100% self-sufficiency for water by the year 2020.
If we were to ever suffer a new contamination, we've already got the treatment in place that could handle it.
And so that's where we are 15 years later. We're getting back to normal.